Well, coming to this now, Transnet workers are standing by their demand for a wage increase of between 12 and 13%. Talks continue to drag on as the company is offering only 4 to 5%. Durban reporter, this Lethiwe Mdluli, is on that story and she joins us live once more to give us an update on what's happening on the ground. Lethiwe, colleague, earlier on the protest was still commencing. I still see visuals of protesting members again. What can you tell us from where you stand?
Well, Dumelo, as I said before, over 4,000 Transnet workers have down tools calling for that wage increase of about 13%. They are saying that they will not stop protesting or picketing outside offices for Transnet until a fair wage increase has been put on the table. We do understand that those negotiations between the Transnet and unions is still ongoing. And as you can see from outside where we are at the Bluff here in Durban, south of Durban, workers are calling for that increase. They are saying that they want an increase of about 13%, but Transnet is of course offering between 4% and 5%. Most of the workers are standing outside and they are saying that until a fair wage increase is offered, they won't back down. Right now, though, I am joined by Satawu's Norman Ngamalala. Can you please just join me this side? Norman, thank you so much for joining us at eNCA. We see that most of your members are standing outside and they are saying that they won't go back to work until a fair wage increase is offered by Transnet. But like we said, the economy is not performing. Where do you think money is going to come from to increase these wages?
Good morning to your viewers. No, actually, us as workers, we have a problem when it comes to employers because we strongly believe that Transnet employers do have money that workers are asking for. Because at no stage that we are being told at any time that employers does not have money. Only time when it comes for negotiations and they always raise these issues of saying they don't have money. But us as workers, we strongly believe that there is money that the employers have. Remember, during the course of COVID-19, these workers were working. So there's no way they can say they're being affected by COVID-19. So we strongly believe what the workers are asking for is what exactly they deserve.
Currently, all services have been suspended at Transnet, and we've been speaking to a lot of people reacting to the strike action, saying that it's going to affect the economy more. As unions, what do you have to say about this?
Actually, ma'am, we understand the situation of the economy, but one as workers, when you talk about economy, which economy are you talking about? Because ever since when you talk economy, there's nothing that workers, when they raise these issues and being told about the economy is good, this is what for all workers. Always when we come to these issues, we understand the issue of economy, but it's an unfortunate part that also we're being affected by the high cost of living in South Africa, ma'am. So therefore, this is our last option. In fact, us as union, we not intend to go to strike, because strike is not a good thing, but this is our last option that we have in order for us to achieve what we are looking for.
What is a fair wage to you? Transnet says they can only offer 4% or 5%. What is fair to workers?
You see, ma'am, our members, they feel that is insult when you talk about 4.5%, because if you look at the inflation rate or CPI is 7.6. So actually we are looking for double digit, but anything more than inflation rate, we'll accept it. That's what we are saying, ma'am. But 4.5% and 5% is an insult to the workers.
We do understand that the Minister for Enterprises, Private Gordon, is literally in talks with Transnet and unions at the moment. What can you tell us about that?
Actually, ma'am, like you alluded, that are in talks right now. There's nothing concrete that has come out from those talks, but we hopefully the negotiations that we are having right now, it will be successful. We'll come up with a better offer that the workers will consider and go back to work.
Thank you so much. So that is some of the unions that I've been speaking to this morning saying that they can only accept a double-digit offer from Transnet. Of course, the parastatal is saying that they can only afford about 4% or 5% increases at the moment, but we will see what those negotiations yield by the end of the day.
All right, Lethiwe, we'll leave it there. And I appreciate you, of course, giving us this update. Lethiwe Mdluli out for us in Durban, of course, ensuring that we understand how workers feel on the ground as they continue to negotiate for their 12 to 13% wage increase, and say they are not letting this negotiation go by without them being satisfied. All right, Cape Town reporter Nobesuthu Hejana is at a site where workers are gathering, and she also joins us live now for the very latest. Nobesuthu, good morning to you. From where you stand, what do you bring us this morning?
Well, Tumelo, we are here in Marine Drive where Transnet workers who are under the UNTU and obviously Satau affiliated members who are currently on strike have gathered. Just a few minutes ago, they were being briefed by the Secretary Provincial Leader of COSATU in the province, just to give them an update as to what is being happening here. But I'm joined by Mr. Malvin de Bruyn just to talk to us. Sir, you briefed the striking members of these two unions. So just tell us, what is your support as COSATU to this ongoing protest to strike?
Yes, COSATU, we are behind UNTU and behind Satau, our affiliate. Today is about workers that are very united in the cause for a living wage. And I think, as COSATU was saying, we'll put the necessary pressure on the employers to ensure that the workers receive a decent increase. You can't have a scenario where employers want to give you a 3.5% increase while inflation is above 7%. That's not fair. Cost of living is going up on a day-by-day basis, but they still want to give workers a below inflation increase. And we've also been informed yesterday when I addressed the workers in Biarritz, there's a certain executive lady, I think her name is Portia, under correction. She received close to 8 million rand as bonuses, but then employees still plead poverty, still pleading that they can't afford to give workers 30.5%, which is very reasonable. And COSATU is behind them 140%. We will make sure that we put the necessary pressure on the employers as well.
We heard yesterday from Transnet that although they're going through this process, they've been badly or severely impacted by the strike, but in all three ports within the province they've been able to keep operations running. Just give us an idea as to what is happening in Mossel Bay as well as in Saldanha, because you do say that you'll be heading there sometime this week.
Yeah, in Saldanha there's very hard at work. The workers, the unions, they're on the ground. They put pressure on the department as well, on Transnet. So the strike is on in Saldanha. We'll be joining them tomorrow or Friday as COSATU, also to give a message of support.
Thank you very much. Tumelo, I also want to bring in the member of Satau, Mr. Mdluli, just to talk to us about the update. Yesterday, when I spoke to you, you were informing us that you are rejecting the offer tabled by Transnet. What is the update today? Do we know where are the negotiations are? Because they did say that they were willing to go back to the drawing table.
Thank you so much for having us in our program. I think for today, we believe that the meeting will kickstart today, and our negotiating team are ready to engage with the company.
And in terms of like them now saying that they're willing to go back to the table, we also heard from some of the members or the workers who are currently on strike here that they did say that they are willing to possibly entertain anything that is about 10%, but nothing less.
No, remember, Satau is a mandate-driven organization. Whatever our principals or our non-negotiators are coming back with, obviously we'll take it back to the members. It's the members who will decide.
And anything with your update to the members, what have you shared so far with them? Because we do see that they're here, and like they did promise yesterday that they will continue with the protest up until their demands are met.
Remember, we are all gathering here waiting for the outcome of this meeting that is going to take place today. So all we are sharing with the members is that they must stay put. As soon as we get information from head office, they will be the first one to know.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mdluli. Thank you. Well, Tumelo, that was Mr. Mdluli, a member of Satau. I'm just going to move out of shot and allow my colleague Mario Pedro to show you the members of the UNTU as well as Satau who are currently on strike. We did hear from Transnet yesterday where they were telling us that in all 3 ports within the province, they've been able to keep operations running, although they've been severely impacted by this particular strike. They did also say that they are hoping that the negotiations will yield positive results, because they do want to ensure that work continues. But at this stage, we are seeing that the members of these 2 unions, as well as the leaders of COSATU, they are still here awaiting for outcomes of those particular negotiations when it comes to the topic at hand, which are the wage increases. Remember, these workers are demanding that they be given about between 12 and 13.5%, and yesterday Transnet gave them between 4 and 5%, which is something that they highly rejected, and saying that it was an insult given the current status of the country's economy.
Yeah, indeed, Nobesuthu, we'll have to see where those negotiations take the workers. We understand and have been reliably informed that Public Enterprise Minister Pravin Gordhan and Labour Minister Thulas Nxesi will be engaging with both Untu and Satao union leadership. So we'll be, of course, giving that update to our viewers right here on eNCA.